Hello guys, and welcome to a new video posted on my channel. Today we are going to be doing another ranking video. So I haven't done a ranking video in a while, but I thought today is a great time to do a ranking video because in only 3 days, as of when this video is being uploaded, um, the Security Breach Ruin DLC comes out, and I'm incredibly excited for that. I think it's going to be great. I'm going to be playing that on my channel. I'll be streaming it. I don't know if I'll stream it straight away. I'll see. Because I'm mainly going to be watching it on YouTube, like lots of different playthroughs. But anyway, I thought it would be cool if before the Ruin comes out that I did a ranking video on the best moments from Security Breach, because even though Security Breach isn't one of the best FNAF games, I really love Security Breach. I love everything about it. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a top 10 best moments of what happened in Security Breach. So we're going to be saying my personal 10 favorite moments from the game, and this includes like gameplay, story, what happens in the game and stuff like that. So yeah, I really hope you guys are excited for this video. If you are, then make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also hit the bell to get notified whenever a new video stream is announced. And let me know, guys, in the comments if you guys are excited for Security Breach Ruin. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's see what is my 10th favorite moment in Security Breach. At number 10 is the Afton Ending. So, you're probably thinking why the Afton Ending is actually pretty low on the list. So, when I actually made this list, what I did was I tried to remember every like main moment from Security Breach, and I counted 20 main moments. So I've got the 10 in my list, and then I'll have 3 honorable mentions at the end of the video, but we'll get to that later. And it turns out that only the Afton Ending is in my midway point of my like main Security Breach like favorite moments. And the reason why it's actually so low at 10th is because of, even though this, I think it's all a bit of a mess, the Afton Ending. So I like the fact how you can only get it by having the 3 upgrades from Roxy, Monty, and Chica. I like how you go into the FNAF 6 location, how there's a location underneath the Pizzaplex. I think that's a really cool story detail. And I think that's it, really. I don't like the things I don't like about this ending is the it's the gameplay of fighting Afton, like when you're going when you're going against him and you're trying to stop Freddy from being hacked. It's I like how it's gone back to a FNAF style, but they did it, in my opinion, pretty badly. The way Monty and Chica enter the room aren't actually that bad, but it's Roxy, because Roxy is a big problem, because Freddy, the game tells you with Freddy that you need to hide. And lots of people were thinking like, oh, hide where? They think it's like a bed in the corner, but that's just a glitch where you can hide behind the bed to get away from Roxy. No, they're talking about hiding Freddy and stun Roxy with the voice box. But I think most people forget that because most people defeated Chica first, which means that they would have to do the other 2 before going against Afton. And my point is, they would probably forget about the stun feature when you install the voice box into Freddy, which is what you're meant to do against Roxy. You're meant to stun her. So that was a big problem, how Freddy, instead of saying hide, he should have said like, oh, stun her or something like that. That would have been a lot better. And the ending itself, I also think, is a bit weird. The animation itself is pretty cool, but I don't really think it makes sense how the Blob, he goes against us, and then he just goes to kill Afton. I think I would just wish we had a bit more like detail about it all, because it's a bit confusing in my opinion. So yeah, So yeah, that's why the Afton Ending is at 10 and not any higher. So let's see what my ninth favourite thing about Security Breach is. At number 9 is making a pizza. So this is one of the things you do in the game that is very early on, and it'll be quite common in this video where, for me, I feel like the beginning of the game and the end of the game have the best things, whilst the middle of the game, other than maybe one or two things, doesn't really have much you can do. So I really liked this little mini game here, making a pizza. And some people are probably already annoyed at me that I put it over the Afton Ending, but this is my personal favourite moments, gameplay and story-wise and stuff like that from this game. Obviously, it doesn't have a story; it's just you making a pizza. But I really like this gameplay of just going around the kitchen making a pizza whilst you're at a time limit. So you have to make a pizza quick or you're gonna die. I just really like it. I think I might like it. Like, nobody really talks about this part of the game, but I just really like it. I think it's a nice change. Instead of you controlling Gregory, it's nice to control a robot. Obviously, you control Freddy as well, but I don't know. I just really like this. It's a little mini game, and at the end you have the fun part where Chica eats the pizza and breaks the bot. Yeah, and it's a little break from the horror of Security Breach. And obviously some people say Security Breach isn't that scary. It's not that scary, I agree, but still, obviously this part isn't meant to be scary at all, other than the time limit. But anyway, yeah, that is my ninth favourite moment from Security Breach. So let's see what my eighth favourite moment from Security Breach is. At number 8 is playing Phaser Blast. So, about halfway through the game, when it gets to 4 p.m, 4 a.m, you have a choice after you get your first party pass whether you want to go to Phaser Blast or Monty Golf. And as I said earlier, most people when they first played Security Breach, they chose Phaser Blast, and yeah, and then they got to play it. If you wanted to win the Phaser Blaster and also see the secret Vanny room, and then when you went to Monty Golf, you did get to play golf, but it was in an arcade machine, and not many people found it anyway. I don't really remember anyone who played Monty Golf, but anyway, playing Phaser Blast is one of the most just fun moments of Security Breach. It's a great game to play, where you can defend free flags and just go around shooting all the alien bots, and also Chica, because she is chasing you in this section and trying to capture you. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun. Just simple, really. It's one of the most fun moments in Security Breach, where you can actually have fun and play a game in the massive FNAF Mega Pizzaplex, because that's what it's there for, after all, to have fun and play games in. And so yeah, this is arguably the best game you can play at the Pizzaplex. So yeah, anyway, let's see what my seventh favourite moment from Security Breach is. At number 7 is the opening cutscene. So this is the first thing we see in Security Breach after pressing new game, and yeah, it is easily one of the best moments. This cutscene, when originally shown, parts of it in the trailer, the final trailer for Security Breach, so many people just thought it looked incredible, and it still does. It really does. Even though obviously there was a lot of bugs and glitches and story details and hardly any Vanny in Security Breach, as well as a few other problems, it was still a really great game, and this opening cutscene really solidified it as a great game it was, because I think Security Breach is underrated and it gets a bit too much hate. But anyway, this cutscene was just incredibly gorgeous to look at, and the song that plays as well, yeah, Alright, I'm sorry. You didn't hear anything. Yeah, it's just really good song. And all of the shots of the 4 animatronics are just so well done. One of my favourite shots, I think lots of people like the shot as well, is when Monty kind of takes down his sunglasses a bit and winks. Really cool. But anyway, that is my 7th favourite moment from Security Breach. So let's see what my 6th favourite moment is. At number 6 is Crushing Chica. So, for most people, this was the first time that they decommissioned one of the 3 animatronics. And yeah, this is my 2nd favourite decommissioning of an animatronic. So you will see one other on this list somewhere, but we'll get to that later. For now, this cutscene, I really like this cutscene. It was really well done, and I think maybe they didn't have to include it in the final trailer, but they did. But it's okay that they did. It's whatever. At least they didn't show all of it, obviously, because that would have been bad. But yeah, this cutscene is really good because so this is pop. All right, yeah, sorry. Yeah, this cutscene was very good because it. And I just love the way that the animatronic is just absolutely crushed, and at the end, how her eyes pop out and how it leads into the sewer section of the game. But anyway, that is my 6th favourite moment from Security Breach. So let's see what my 5th favourite moment from Security Breach is. We're halfway through now. At number 5 are the Princess Quest arcade minigames. So Princess Quest has been a thing in FNAF since FNAF VR released on iOS. That's when Princess Quest was just randomly in that game, and you were able to play it if you pressed on some of the glitches that were in that game that were actually made purposefully to be put in. And then you got access to this, and they implemented it into Security Breach as well, but as arcade minigames, and they also made 2 more. So there are 3 Princess Quest minigames. The first one is exactly the same as the one on iOS, and then the other 2 are completely different. And I really like these arcade minigames because not only are they actually really like cool games and pretty fun to play as well, but the lore with them is really interesting as well. And it's not just the lore inside of the arcade minigames; it's about the actual physical like minigames themselves. Like there's lots of messages about these and how there's someone who's trying to beat them and how they're trying to save the princess. And stuff like that. But we don't really know who we play as in Princess Quest. We don't know who the princess is. It could be Vanessa, it could be Tape Girl, or it could be someone completely different. And so with the first one at the end, whoever it is gets consumed and taken over by Glitch Trap. In the second one, I think it's Old Man Consequences, who is the weird old man, because it's an old man and it's the same colour as Old Man Consequences from FNAF World and FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. And then at the end of that we are put into an office, which is the same office, I'm pretty sure, as FNAF VR, and then we do 2 minigames from... we're in the FNAF VR location in Princess Quest 3, and then we have to do a section with the same like maze where we get the Vanny mask, and then we also do another one where we're on a bunch of conveyor belts, and that's where we get the green glowing plushie, I think, of Glitch Trap. And then yeah, then we set someone free from the cage, which we see at the end of Wanted. It's the same one, but anyway, all of the lore and the gameplay of Princess Quest I really like, and that leads to the only 3-star ending of Security Breach, which is when the bots, their red eyes are taken away, which means they're not in control of Vanny or Glitch Trap or something like that. And also Vanny has taken off her mask, and she is she has left the Pizzaplex with Gregory and Freddy's head, and that's why I think, and all of that combined, it's why I think that this ending, the Princess Quest ending, I think it's the canon ending. I don't think it's the Afton ending, because in the FNAF Ruin trailer, we got a shot of Freddy in the in Blast, but we didn't see his head. We could see like from his feet, from the bottom of his feet, like going forward, and he was like, I think it was like pushing up rubble from him or something like that. So we couldn't see his head. So I think that version of Freddy, when we see him in Ruin, I bet he won't have a head. And I also bet in that area in Blast, that's where we're gonna get the Vanny mask, because from the trailer we do get the Vanny mask and we do use it and put it on. So I think I think there's lots of evidence pointed towards the Princess Quest ending being the canon ending. But anyway, I've talked a bit too much for this subject. So yeah, that's why Princess Quest for me is at number 5. So yeah, let's see what my 4th favourite moment from Security Breach is. At number 4 is the Endo Daycare. So, as you can see here, soon after Freddy is taken away by Moon Man, the daycare attendant, we have to go and enter the daycare of the Endo skeletons, so we can get another security level. Now, and also, some people actually forget that this place is actually a daycare for the Endos, which, one, is really weird. 2, you have to remember that all around the daycare, not only is there little weird secrets with like an Endo tucked in a corner with cake frosting all over its mouth, but you also get the on the pictures of the people, of the kids with the animatronic, with the Endos, there is drawings of Vanny and Glitch Trap and like X's on ticks and stuff like that, and it's really weird. So the lore, and we haven't really talked about the lore of this area at all, really. So I think we will one day. But anyway, this part and also the daycare, the actual daycare, people kind of like go between which one of the two is the scarier moment in the game. For me, it's the daycare, the actual one, but this is a very close second. But anyway, not only is this a very scary section of Security Breach, it's also a very, very well thought out way to do it as well. So obviously the Endos are like weeping angels from Doctor Who, so they will move when you don't look at them, and then they obviously will not when you do. This was probably inspired by the Joy of Creation. In the basement level, you get some of those where if you look at it, it doesn't move, and then you look away, it doesn't move. I mean, those animatronic, one of those that actually does that is called like Endo Beat Angel, and in some of the arcade machines you can see designs. Also, I mean, in some of the arcade machines, I'm pretty sure in the Fazcade, where in the West Arcade where DJ Music Band is, you can see arcade machines with designs for the ignited animatronics, Bonnie and Freddy. Maybe the others as well, but I don't know. I've gone off subject, but anyway, my point is, I think the Endos are based off of those animatronics, and it's actually good that they were, because this section is really, really good. It's incredibly scary. You have to be super careful with your movement. You have to always be watching your back and turning around to make sure the Endos don't come up and kill you. And all of the tunnels and the way it's like set up and stuff, I think is really well done. My only complaint is that I think it could have been a tiny bit longer. And maybe I think the difficulty of it is actually, I think it's really well, the difficulty. I don't think it needs to be any easier or harder. So that's a big plus. But anyway, yeah, very memorable part from Security Breach is this moment with the Endos in this section of the utility tunnels. So yeah, I really hope one day we'll come back to this place in Ruin, and maybe come back to talk about it with some lore. But anyway, that is my fourth favourite moment from Security Breach. So now we are going to be getting into the top 3. So yeah, let's see what is my third favourite moment from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. At number 3 is the Monty boss battle. So, like I said earlier, when I was talking about my sixth favourite moment from Security Breach being when we decommissioned Chica, I said how my favourite will come later in this video, and that is the Monty one. So, rock and roll. So, this is easily one of the best moments in Security Breach, because this boss battle is just really, really good, and compared to lots of other things in Security Breach, it stands out. The opening part where Monty is on one of the Monty ride things, and then he swings and lands onto the catwalk, which leads him to break the turret, and then says rock and roll with his glasses down. All of that part is like an S tier. It's just so well done. Yeah, I really, really love that part. And then the boss battle itself, going around all the catwalks, trying to get on some of the turrets to fill the splash bucket. That's good. It is really good, but I just think it could have been designed a bit better. I don't. It's a bit scary sometimes where when you're playing, and then Monty jumps to land in a different part, and then he lands like right on you. It's probably happened to everyone who's played this part of the game when they've done this boss fight. But yeah, I think it just adds to the fun really, and adds to the intensity, because I've never really seen anyone die in this fight. I think it's not easy, but it's not hard. It's not. It's. I think like people are able to do it on their first try, so it's a bit easy, but it takes time, and you actually have to know what you have to do, and you need to. There's no like time limit, which is good, so you can take your time. You don't really have to take any risks. You just have to try hit as many balls as you can in the bucket. But like I said, not in a certain amount of time. And the music that goes with the boss fight is okay. It could have been a bit better. But I mean, it didn't have to be too intense, and that's what it is. But I still think it could have been a bit better. And yeah, and then at the end, obviously, where you finally able to fill the splash bucket, and then you properly get rid of him by obviously having the splash bucket fall onto him. It's a really, really good moment. And then the decommissioning himself, where he gets split in half. Yeah, really, really fun. So yeah, that is my third favourite moments from Security Breach. So we have 2 left. And you may or may not know what's in my top 2 if you've played or watched some Security Breach gameplay. So yeah, we'll see. So let's not waste any more time, and let's see what is my second favourite moment from Security Breach. At number 2 is escaping the daycare attendant. So, you guys probably thought this was going to be on here, obviously. This is one of the earliest moments of Security Breach, is when you enter the daycare and meet the daycare attendant, Sun and Moon. So this is arguably one of the, if not the best animatronic that came from Security Breach, even though there's lots and lots of good ones. There's Freddy, there's, I mean, all of them really are really, really good. All of the main ones, I mean, I really loved. But Daycare Attendant is probably my favourite. So yeah, what makes the daycare section really good is not only is Sun a great character, obviously Moonin as well, even though they're the same character, just different personalities. And both personalities are incredible, especially Sun's, I'd say. But I love how Moon, it goes from just a very fun, happy guy to this really creepy character, as you can see here, with the glowing red eyes. And I just love how it's the same animatronic and how it goes from the sunbeams coming out of the head to like a moon hat, and also obviously the different sets, change of clothes and stuff like that. It's really, really good. And then obviously the section where lights have gone out and you need to go inside of the play structures to turn the generators back on to get the lights back on. That is one of the, I'd say probably the best gameplay out of all of Security Breach is going in the play structures to find and turn on the generators. I think that is so fun and scary. It's so incredibly done. This is in my opinion, the scariest moment of Security Breach. As I said earlier, I think the Endo Daycare. It's funny how the two scariest moments in Security Breach are set in daycares for children, for little children. It's weird. But yeah, like I said, I think this is slightly scarier than the Endo Daycare and the scariest moment in the game. But anyway, just an incredible section. The character is amazing. The environment is really well designed, and everything about this part of escaping the daycare attendant is really, really well done. So yeah, that is my second favourite moment from Security Breach. So you may or may not know what my favourite is, depending on what I haven't talked about yet. We'll see. But before I talk about my favourite moment from Security Breach, we are going to be looking at 3 honourable mentions that just didn't make it in the list. That were my 11th, 12th and 13th favourite moments. So yeah, so let's see what my honourable mentions are.
Rule breaker, rule breaker! You are banned from the daycare! Security alert! Security alert!
So my first honourable mention that would have been in 13th place is the map Bot Jumpscare. So this is honestly probably the scariest jump scare from Security Breach, because it's just so unexpected and it became such a meme. Yeah, it was really funny with the map bot, and I really hope he does return it in some way in Ruin. My 12th favourite moment is meeting Vanny when after we're caught by Vanessa, and we see Vanny for the first time when she waves at us and comes to kill us. This would have been higher. It is such a shame that Vanny was hardly in the DLC, just in the game, sorry, because she would have been she was probably meant to be like the main villain and she just wasn't. But anyway, and then my 11th favourite moment, as you can see, is when we ran over Roxy when we decommissioned her. And again, this would have been higher, but there just was better moments. The reason why it is lowered is obviously the crash itself is really good, but it is lowered because of the actual fight with her afterwards when she has no eyes. I don't really like that fight, to be honest. I don't like. There's no reason why there has to be fire there, and just some of the mechanics. I like the idea how she's blind now, and how she has to hear, but also sometimes when she hears it just doesn't really make sense. But anyway, let's see what is my favourite moment from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. At number 1 is rebooting the West Arcade. So you guys probably thought this was going to be high up on the list. And yeah, here it is. It is my favourite moment from Security Breach, is when we reboot the West Arcade. I'd say otherwise known as just a DJ Music Man boss battle or stuff like that. But yeah, this moment from Security Breach was so good. There were so many great things about it. So it's a huge area. It's one of the biggest areas of the Pizzaplex, and it's really well designed as well, with all of the musical the holes for Music Man to crawl through, as you can see there. And then you got all the arcade machines and the designs of the arcade machines and the stairs, and how the lights go to red when the arcade needs rebooting. Yeah, really, really cool. And obviously, probably the best part about this section is when you're going around trying to hit all the levers, is when you see Music Man climbing on the walls and on the ceiling. It's just so cool. Definitely, I'd say the coolest moment in Security Breach is seeing Music Man climb on the walls like a spider. It's so cool, and something else that's great about this section of the game is obviously the music in the background. So you press the first lever, um, and music starts kicking in, and then every time you press a new lever, another I don't know the musical term for it, but another like part of the song gets added and adds more to the song. It's like a proper song. I take like this the DJ Music Man um, boss battle song. How every time you hit a switch, that more of the song plays, like more parts are added. Like it's on my playlist. I listen to that when I play games because it's just a really good song, and the idea whoever thought of the idea of adding more to the song as you hit more levers is a genius, because it's just so cool, such a fun idea. So all of it combines to go around the massive area, trying to escape the animatronics and the security bots. I will say, there are a couple problems with this section, with it being there are way too many security bots. I think you guys can agree with that, and also a few people when playing, they kept going to the end of the utility tunnel. No, sorry, not the utility tunnel. The hall where that last lever is, where you pull it and then Music Man comes and chases after you. Lots of people went to that a bit too early, so I feel like they should have either made that place locked off until the end, or just said how that's not. I don't know. They do say, oh, the 3 levers are in the 2 arcade and 1 in the janitorial service, but I don't know. It could have been a bit more like, oh yeah, I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, this section of the game is just so good. Gameplay is great. Everything around you that you see is just so cool as well. It's absolutely incredible, this section of the game, and especially that last chase where you're running down through the hall and then you see Music Man chasing you behind you. But anyway, yeah, that is I think that's it. That is my favourite moment from FNAF Security Breach. I'm trying to think if I missed anything to talk about with that. I don't know. Just a really fun section of the game, and yeah. So yeah, I think that might be it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below, what is your favourite moment from Security Breach, and let me know if you guys have any big agrees or disagrees with my list. I'm really interested to know. Like, I want to know, maybe is the Afton Ending a lot higher on the list, or maybe did you guys find the Endo Daycare more scary than the regular daycare? Just anything like that. And mainly I want to know what is your favourite moment of Security Breach. I will say my least favourite moment of Security Breach is maze size, is trying to control that maze, because I'm going to be honest, I had to look up how to do it because I just could not work it out for the life of me. But anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it now. All we have to do now is wait only a few more days until the Security Breach DLC Ruin comes out, and I'm so excited for that. So yeah, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also hit the bell to get notified whenever new video streams announced. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.